Hello CSA kids, it's Ronnie. Good morning. How are you? I know we haven't seen each other in a long time, and I want you to know that I miss you all, and I pray that you are all doing well and that your families are doing well and that God's been very, very good to you. So today I'll be sharing the Bible lesson and the memory verse with you all, and as always, we'll start, as we usually start, with an icebreaker question. So as you can see, I'm wearing my goofy hat, and I'll tell you why in a second. So this is our icebreaker question. Listen up, with your ears. Do you have a special or great talent? If you do, tell us about it or show us it. I'll start. So my special talent is kind of goofy, just like, I guess I'm Goofy, and Goofy is my favorite Disney character. So I'm going to share with you my goofy talent. So it's that my talent is that I can sing the alphabet backwards, and so I'm going to show you. ZYXWVUTSRQBOLMLKJIHGFEDCBA. Now I know my ABCs backwards. Next time, won't you sing with me? So I learned to do that when I was very young, and if you're wondering why, it's because when I was younger, the placemats that my parents would put out on the dinner table, they had the alphabet on it. They were trying to help me learn my alphabet, so my ABCs. So I learned it going forward, and I just thought, oh, why not learn it going backwards while I'm sitting there? So I did, and I never changed the tune. So that's kind of my goofy little talent. So share your talent with everyone. Okay, so enough goofy. Let's get into the Bible lesson for this week. So in this series, we've been talking about how to deal with your emotions, because emotions are a part of life and it's a part of being human. So this week, we're going to learn about a man named Gideon. And Gideon, the story about Gideon starts like this. First, it is found in Judges chapter 6, and Judges in the Old Testament. So this story happened during a time where God's people of Israel, they were being very disobedient to God, and they were not doing what he said to do. So God allowed his people's enemies to rule over them. And there were a lot of them. They had a lot of enemies, and their enemies were terrible rulers. They ate all of the food, they took all of the animals, they took all of their land. So the Israelites had a very hard time, and they felt very, very scared. Can you show me what you look like when you're scared? I usually look like this. Oh, like this, because I'm usually like startled. But that's how I look like scared. And the people of Israel were scared, and for good reason, because their enemies were numerous, meaning there were a lot of them, and they were very, very evil people. So God in Judges chapter 6 sends an angel, and the angel shows up to Gideon and calls Gideon a mighty warrior. And he says, Gideon, God is sending you to help your people. Go and fight against your enemies, and God will give you the victory. And Gideon was scared. Gideon was unsure about everything. He didn't know really how God was going to work these things out. And he said, God, how could it be that you're even with us if all these bad things are happening? So Gideon didn't hide his emotions. He was scared about what was going on. He was very unsure about what was going on, but he didn't hide that from God. He shared it with God, and God sent him comfort. And I'll tell you how he did that. So Gideon said to God, you know, God, if it's really you, and if I can really be confident about this and go forth like you want me to, then I'm gonna need a sign. So Gideon got some wool wool is the fur that we find on a sheep. So we use it to make like coats and sweaters. So think of it as like a piece of fabric in its like most pure raw form. So Gideon goes and he gets some wool and he puts it out and he puts it on the ground, and he said, God, if it's you, and I know you're going to be with me, and I can be confident about this, I'm going to go to bed. And when I wake up, I want the wool to be soaking wet and all the ground around it to be completely dry, which is very, very strange because that wouldn't usually happen on its own. So, of course, the next day when Gideon woke up, he found the wool soaking wet, so wet he could squeeze it and there would be water draining out of it, and all the ground around it was dry, completely dry. So he knew that this was a miracle and that God was trying to tell him, listen, I'm with you, go and be confident and do what I want you to do. But Gideon still felt really unsure. He still didn't really know if this was going to work out, so he still felt a bit scared. And again, he did not hide how he felt. He told God, okay, God, I need another sign. I need to be totally, totally sure about what's going on if I'm going to go into this thing knowing that you're with me. When I fight against our enemies, we know you will give us a victory if you can just give us one more sign. So this time when Gideon went to bed, he asked that, God, I pray that that wool be totally dry and that the ground around it would be soaking wet. So he switched it. So when Gideon woke up the next day, do you think that the wool will be completely dry and the ground around it will be completely wet? Yes. God answered Gideon's request for comfort and confidence in knowing that God was really with him. So Gideon did go out with an army, and God was with them, and they had the triumphs over their enemies. But really what this lesson is telling us is that when we are scared or when we have any emotion that usually is negative, be feeling sad, feeling discouraged, feeling rejected, feeling very uncertain or unsure of what's going on, these are our emotions that we usually don't like because they don't make us feel good. Another time when we have great emotions that make us feel amazing. We're happy, we're overjoyed, we're excited, we're confident, we're motivated. Part of being human is having these emotions that we like and emotions that we don't like so much, and we just have to learn how to deal with it, and it takes time. So what I want you all to know today is that when you do feel those emotions that you don't really like anger, angry when you have to miss out on a birthday party because of the way things are right now, or sad because you miss seeing your friends and playing with your friends at the park, or just unsure about what's going on because things are changing so often, just know that you don't have to hide those feelings. Just like Gideon, you can tell God exactly how you feel, and he will send a way to comfort you. So you can talk to God about how you feel, tell him how you feel. You can always talk to your parents about how you feel. Share with them when you feel angry, when you feel scared, when you feel unsure about something, and you all can pray together. You can tell God how you feel and ask him to comfort you and guide you. Just like he did for Gideon, he will give you guidance and comfort with whatever feeling that you want him to deal with. So now I'm going to read our memory verse for this week. It's found in Isaiah chapter 41 verse 10, and I'm going to read from my Bible here. I think it's the New International Reader's Version. It says, so do not be afraid, I am with you. Do not be terrified, I am your God. I will make you strong and help you. So, doesn't that sound like exactly what he did for Gideon? And it's exactly what he will do for you. So go ahead and share your feelings with God. Tell him how you feel. Or share with your family. Tell them how you feel, and then pray about it. Okay? God will comfort you and help you. Till next time, love you all. Take care. Mwah. Learn your alphabet.